What if 12 simple rules could completely change how you see yourself and the world, transforming your confidence and helping you build a better life? If you are ready to grow with us, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another powerful story that can help you master English and change your future. Reading books is one of the best investments you can ever make in yourself. Why is that? It is because books contain decades, sometimes centuries of experience from some of the world's most successful and intelligent people. Instead of spending years trying to figure out life all on your own, you can learn from experts in just a few hours or days. It's a wonderful thing. Normally, reading a book might take 10 to 15 days, but in this video we will explore all the key knowledge together in a simple, powerful, and easy way. And please trust me, this knowledge can help change the way you think, the way you act, and the way you live your life. Time is the most valuable thing we have. The rich and the poor have the same 24 hours in a day. But how you choose to use your time is what decides your future. So I invite you to relax and listen as we go through this journey together. I will share 12 life-changing rules from this book that can help transform your mindset, boost your confidence, and help you achieve wonderful success. Listening to these ideas will also help improve your English. Reading and listening to powerful books helps you learn new words, understand deep ideas, and think more in English. You will improve your vocabulary, your speaking skills, and your confidence. And before we start, if you enjoy our stories, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That way you won't miss any of our powerful content. Please like this video if you would like more book summaries like this one. And at the end, I would love for you to comment below with your favorite rule. Now let's get started together with the first life-changing rule from 12 Rules for Life. Rule 1 is stand up straight with your shoulders back. What does this mean? It sounds simple, doesn't it? But this rule is not just about your posture, how you hold your body. It is about confidence, it is about strength, and it is about self-respect. When you stand up straight with your shoulders back, you are sending a message to the world, and just as importantly to yourself. You are saying, I am strong, I am capable, I am ready to face challenges. Why is this so important? Well, science has shown us that our body language affects our mindset. If you slouch, if you let your shoulders fall forward and keep your head down, and you avoid looking at people, you begin to feel weaker. You feel less confident and more anxious. But if you stand tall, if you look forward and maintain eye contact, and walk with a feeling of purpose, your brain automatically boosts your confidence levels. You start to feel more powerful, more present. People also respect those who look strong, confident, and in control. Imagine a job interview. There are two candidates. Candidate 1 walks into the room with a hunched back, looking down at the floor. He avoids eye contact and speaks in a low, quiet voice. The interviewer might think, this person seems to lack confidence. They seem unsure of themselves. Now imagine candidate 2. She walks in standing tall. She is smiling. She makes strong, friendly eye contact and speaks clearly and calmly. The interviewer will likely think, this person is strong, intelligent, and capable. Who do you think will get the job? Of course, it will probably be candidate 2. This is not just because of knowledge, but because of confidence and presence. So how can you apply this in your own life? Every morning, try this. Stand in front of the mirror. Take a deep breath. Pull your shoulders back and tell yourself, I am strong. I am confident. I can handle anything that comes my way today. When you are walking in public, try to keep your head up. Look around you. Make gentle eye contact with people, and maybe even smile. Never let fear or insecurity make you feel small. Own your space. This one simple change in your body language can truly transform your confidence, your relationships, and even your success in life. Let's move to our second rule. This one is very important, and it's something many of us forget. Rule 2 is treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. Think about that for a moment. Most of us are very good at taking care of other people, aren't we? We help our friends. We give good advice, and we support our loved ones when they are down. But when it comes to our own lives, we often neglect ourselves. If you had a sick friend or a child who was unwell, you would make sure they get the proper treatment, that they get enough rest and love. You would do everything you could to help them heal. But when you are the one who is stressed or tired or facing a difficult problem, do you treat yourself with that same kindness? Most people ignore their own needs. They push themselves too hard, and they don't give themselves the respect they deserve. This is one reason why people stay stuck in bad habits, in unhealthy relationships, and in self-doubt. Imagine you have a close friend who is struggling. Maybe they feel lost, or they don't believe in themselves. They are about to give up on their dreams. What would you do? Would you insult them? Would you call them useless and tell them they will never succeed? Of course not. That would be a terrible thing to do. You would support them. You would encourage them and help them get back up on their feet. But when you fail at something, what do? What is the voice inside your head? Saying many of us beat ourselves up. We call ourselves a failure. We think, I'm not good enough. We are much harder on ourselves than we would ever be on anyone else. The solution is to start treating yourself like someone you truly love and care about. Take good care of your physical health. Eat good food that gives you energy. Try to get enough sleep. Move your body and exercise. And you must also protect your mental health. Stay away from toxic people who bring you down and from negative environments that drain your energy. Let go of bad habits that you know are hurting you. Invest in yourself. Read books, learn new skills, and do things that build your confidence. When you start to treat yourself with real love and deep respect, your entire life will begin to change in beautiful ways. Now for our third rule, which is all about the people we choose to have in our lives. The rule is, make friends with people who want the best for you. This is so important because your friends, the people you spend your most time with, they help to shape your future. If you are surrounded by people who are negative, lazy, and toxic, they will slowly pull you down to their level. But if you surround yourself with people who are ambitious, supportive, and positive, you will naturally start to grow. Your mindset is very influenced by the people around you. Success is contagious. If your friends are hardworking and they are always trying to improve, you will also feel motivated to do better in your own life. Toxic people, on the other hand, drain your energy. They make you doubt yourself and your dreams. Imagine you have two groups of friends. Group A is always complaining. They gossip about other people, and they are always making excuses for why they cannot succeed. They never work on themselves, and they might even discourage you from trying anything new or challenging. After you spend time with them, you feel tired and a little sad. Now think about Group B. This group encourages you. They push you to be a better version of yourself. When you achieve something, they celebrate your success. They are happy for you. Which group do you think will help you grow in life? It is obviously Group B. The solution is to choose your friends wisely. Try to surround yourself with positive, ambitious people. This might mean you have to make a difficult choice to cut off toxic friendships that only bring negativity into your life. You can also find mentors, read books by inspiring people, and stay in environments that make you feel inspired and hopeful. Remember, there is a saying that you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose them with care. Okay, on to rule number 4. This is a big one, especially in our modern world. The rule is, compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. We live in a world that is full of social media, don't we? It is so easy to look at our phones and see pictures of other people. We see them traveling the world, buying expensive cars, and achieving great success. And when we see this, sometimes we start to feel like we are failures. We might think, why am I not as successful as them? Why is my life not as perfect as theirs looks? But the truth is, this kind of comparison is one of the biggest reasons people feel unhappy and unmotivated. When you compare yourself to others, you are focusing on the wrong thing. Instead of thinking about your own progress and your own journey, you are looking at someone else's journey, which is completely different from yours. You are only seeing the happy moments they choose to share, not their struggles. This rule tells us that the only person you should ever compare yourself to is your past self. The question you should be asking is not, am I better than that person? The better question is, am I a little better than the person I was yesterday? Imagine 2 people. The first person wakes up every morning and immediately looks at social media. They see people with perfect bodies, luxury houses, and millions of followers. They start to feel bad about themselves. They lose their motivation and think, I will never be as successful as them. This feeling can make them want to give up. Now think about the second person. Instead of comparing themselves to other people, they compare themselves to who they were yesterday. They ask themselves, did I improve today, even just a little bit? Am I learning new things? Am I moving forward? Even if the progress is very small, it is still progress. Which person do you think will grow, improve, and eventually become successful? It will be the second person, of course. This is because instead of wasting their time and energy feeling jealous, they are focusing on their own personal journey. Let's take 2 students who are both trying to learn English. The first student watches very fluent English speakers on YouTube and thinks, wow, I will never be able to speak like them. My English is so bad. They feel discouraged, they lose their confidence, and eventually they stop practicing and learning. The second student compares themselves only to their past self. They say, yesterday I only knew 10 new words, but today I learned 5 more. That's progress. Last month I could not form a full sentence, but today I spoke 2 full sentences in English class. They feel motivated by their own small successes. They keep learning, and over time they become fluent. The difference is that one person was focused on others, while the other was focused on self-improvement. To apply this rule, try this every day. Write down just one thing you did better than you did yesterday. Even a small improvement is progress worth celebrating. Stop wasting your precious time comparing your life to the lives of people on social media. Their journey is not your journey. If you want to be successful, just focus on getting 1% better every single day. These small improvements will add up and create massive success over time. When you focus on your own growth instead of feeling jealous of others, you will feel motivated, powerful, and unstoppable. Rule number 5 might sound like it's only for parents, but it's actually a lesson for all of us. The rule is, do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. Now, this is not just about raising children. It is really about self-discipline, about respect, and about our own personal growth. The biggest mistake that some parents make is not teaching their children discipline. If a child throws tantrums, disrespects other people, and never faces any consequences for their actions, they can grow up to be adults who struggle in life. They don't learn how to control their emotions, how to work hard, or how to handle criticism. But this rule is also about you and how you discipline yourself in your own life. If you just do whatever you want all the time with no self-control, you will eventually face serious problems. Imagine if you never wake up on time. You always procrastinate on important tasks. You waste hours and hours on social media. You never exercise, and you never try to learn new skills. If you keep allowing yourself to do these things that you know are harmful to your future, you will end up creating a life that you dislike. Imagine a young man who never learned self-discipline. His parents loved him, but they didn't show him how to build good habits. He grows up and gets a job, but he is always late for work. He cannot handle stress very well and gets angry over small things. He avoids taking responsibility and blames other people for his failures. Because of these habits, he eventually loses his job. He struggles with money and becomes very unhappy. His own actions have created a life that he does not like. On the other hand, imagine a young man whose parents taught him the importance of self-discipline. He learns to wake up early. He takes responsibility for his own mistakes. He learns to control his emotions and doesn't react angrily to small problems. This man gets better opportunities in life. He builds strong relationships with people, and he creates a life that he truly enjoys. So ask yourself this question: what habits am I allowing in my life right now that could cause problems for me in the future? It is important to develop self-discipline. If you know that something is bad for you, find the strength to stop doing it. Surround yourself with people who encourage discipline and self-improvement. Your life today is the result of your daily habits. Make sure you are creating a future that you will love and be proud of. Here is our sixth rule, and it is a very powerful one. The rule is: set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. What does this mean? Well, many people, when they face problems, they look outside of themselves. They complain about the government, their boss society, and life in general. But the truth is, before you try to change the world, you need to fix yourself first. If your own life is a mess, how can you expect to fix anything else? Many people say things like, "Life is so unfair," or "Society is broken," or "Rich people are evil." But instead of complaining about all the things that are wrong with the world, they should focus on fixing their own problems first. Complaining does not change anything. Taking action is what changes things. Imagine two friends. The first friend is always complaining. He says, "I don't have enough money. Rich people are just lucky. The government should help us more." But he never works on improving his skills. He never learns about how to manage money, and he wastes his time watching Netflix all day. The second friend, instead of complaining, focuses on fixing his own life. He learns new skills that can help him get a better job. He works hard, he improves his financial situation, and he takes full responsibility for his life. He stays disciplined and focused on his goals. After a few years, the second friend has achieved success, while the first friend is still in the same place, still complaining about the same things. Instead of blaming other people or the world, look at what you can do to improve your own situation. Before you complain about the world, first fix your own life, your own habits, and your own mindset. Take full and complete responsibility for your actions and your decisions. The moment you stop blaming the world and you start working on yourself, your life will completely change for the better. Let's talk about rule number 7. This rule is about the choices we make every single day. It says, pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. Expedient is just a simple word for what is easy or fast. In life, it is often very tempting to take the easy way out, isn't it? We look for shortcuts, for quick rewards, and for instant gratification, But this rule tells us that true lasting success comes from pursuing things that have deep meaning. Not just things that are easy or convenient. Many people want success without putting in the hard work. They want to have money without making an effort. They want a fit and healthy body without having to exercise. They want to speak fluent English without having to practice. But as we all know, life doesn't work like that. The things that truly matter in life require patience, dedication, and effort. Imagine you have two paths in front of you. Path 1 is easy. It is flat and smooth. There are no struggles, no pain, and no challenges. But at the end of this path, there is nothing valuable. There is no growth, no success, just wasted time. Path 2 is difficult. It is a bit rocky and it goes uphill. It requires discipline, learning effort, and a lot of patience. But at the end of this path, there is great success, a feeling of fulfillment, and true happiness. Most people choose the easy path because they want quick results. But those who are brave enough to take the harder path, the meaningful path, are the ones who achieve greatness in their lives. Imagine two students who want to learn English. Student A decides to take the easy way. He watches short, fun videos, but he never practices speaking. He skips the difficult grammar lessons. He never pushes himself out of his comfort zone. After 1 year, he is still struggling to speak English with any confidence. Student B chooses the meaningful path. He practices speaking every single day. He reads books even when they are a little difficult. He speaks even when he is nervous and makes mistakes, and he never gives up. After 1 year, he is speaking English fluently and confidently. Who succeeded? The one who chose the meaningful path. So stop looking for quick and easy success. Instead, focus on real growth and long-term success. Ask yourself, is this choice I am making a meaningful one, or is it just an easy one? Understand that all great things take time and effort. Be patient with yourself and keep working towards your goals. Success is not about taking shortcuts. It's about choosing what is meaningful, even if it's difficult. Our next rule number 8, is about something very simple, but also very difficult. The rule is tell the truth, or at least don't lie. Many of us lie sometimes in small ways to ourselves and to other people. We often lie because we are afraid. We are afraid of the truth, or we want to avoid responsibility, or maybe we want to impress other people. But every time you tell a lie, you are damaging your own life in a small way. This rule teaches us that honesty is the foundation of real success and deep confidence. If you cannot be honest with yourself and with others, you will never have real self-respect or a strong character. Lies might make your life easier for a moment, but in the long run, they create problems, stress, and failure. Imagine two people who work in the same company. Person A is always honest. If he makes a mistake, he admits it. His heart might be beating fast, but he says, "I made a mistake, and I will fix it." He tells the truth even when it's hard. Because of this, people trust him. They know he is reliable and has integrity. Person B, on the other hand, often lies. When he makes a mistake, he blames other people. He creates fake stories to make himself look good. Over time, people learn that they cannot trust him. Who do you think will be more successful in that company and in life? It will be person A because success in life is built on a foundation of trust, character, and honesty. So stop lying to yourself. If you know you are not working hard enough, admit it to yourself. Then you can start to improve. Be honest with other people. People trust and respect those who tell the truth. And if you feel you cannot tell the truth in a certain situation, then at least do not lie. Success comes from honesty, from self-awareness, and from taking responsibility for your life. This next rule number 9, can change how you connect with everyone you meet. The rule is assume that the person you are listening to might know something you don't. It's human nature, I think. Most of us love to talk. We love to share our ideas and our stories. But sometimes we are not so good at listening. We believe that we already know everything, so we don't really listen to what other people are saying. But this rule teaches us that every single person you meet knows something that you don't. If you just listen carefully, you can learn valuable lessons from anyone, no matter who they are. Listening helps you to grow. If you think you already know everything, you will stop learning, and you will stop growing. People also respect good listeners. When you truly listen to other people, they feel valued and respected. It is a great way to build strong relationships. Listening also helps you to solve problems. Sometimes the answers to your own problems are hidden in the experiences and stories of other people. Imagine two people who both want to become successful in life. Person A thinks he already knows everything. He never listens to advice from others. He ignores opportunities to learn and blames other people when things go wrong. He stays in his comfort zone, just waiting for success to somehow come to him. After 1 year, nothing in his life has changed. He has the same struggles, the same excuses, and the same life. Person B, however, actively seeks wisdom. He listens to successful people. He learns from his own mistakes and the mistakes of others. He takes action. Even when he fails, he adapts, he improves, and he keeps moving forward. After 1 year, he is in a completely different place. He has more knowledge, better skills, and is much closer to his dreams. Success can be simple. Listen, learn, and apply what you learn. Those who refuse to grow will stay the same. Those who stay open-minded and willing to listen can transform their lives. So when you are talking with other people, try to listen more than you speak. Ask good questions and be genuinely open to learning new things. Understand that everyone has something valuable to teach you. If you want to grow, you must be willing to listen and learn. Rule number 10 is all about the words we use. It tells us to be precise in your speech. What does precise mean? It means to be clear, to be exact, and to be specific. Many people speak in a very general and unclear way. Their words are foggy and confusing. As a result, their lives can also become confusing, disorganized, and filled with misunderstandings. But this rule teaches us that if you want to improve your life, you must learn to speak with precision. When you can describe a problem clearly, you understand it much better. When you speak clearly to other people, they will respect and trust you more. And when you express your goals with precision, you are much more likely to achieve them. Imagine you go to the doctor. If the doctor just says, "You are sick," that doesn't really help you, does it? You would feel confused and worried. But if the doctor says, "You have a lung infection and you need to take these specific medicines for 7 days," now you know exactly what to do. The same idea applies to your life. If you just say, "My life is a mess," that is too vague. It feels overwhelming. But if you say, "I am struggling with time management and I need to create a schedule for my week," now you have a clear problem and you can find a clear solution. When you are setting goals, be specific. Instead of saying, "I want to be rich," which is just a dream, you can say, "I will save $500 every month and I will start an online business within 1 year." That is a clear, precise plan. When you are trying to solve problems, describe them clearly. Instead of saying, "I feel bad," you could say, "I am feeling anxious because I am not exercising enough." Try to speak in a way that makes your thoughts clear, strong, and effective. The more precise and clear your words are, the more powerful and clear your life will become. Now, our second to last rule, Rule 11, has a funny name. It is, do not bother children when they are skateboarding. This rule is not really about skateboarding, of course. It's a story about courage, about taking risks, and about how we grow as people. Many people try to protect themselves and others from all risks. But the truth is, life is full of risks, and if you try to avoid all of them, you will never grow. Children learn by facing challenges. They learn by falling down, by failing, and by trying again. Adults are the same. If you always try to avoid difficulties and challenges, you will stay weak, afraid, and powerless. Imagine two young men. Man A always plays it safe. He feels a quiet fear of the unknown. He never takes any risks. He never speaks up for what he believes in. He avoids hard work and always stays in his comfort zone. Over time, he becomes weak, insecure, and dependent on other people. Man B decides to take calculated risks. He starts a business even though he knows he might fail. He feels nervous, but also a little excited. He speaks his mind even when he is nervous. He learns new things even if they are difficult at first. Over time, he becomes strong, confident, and independent. Who do you think will be more successful and happier in life? It will be Man B, because he embraces challenges instead of running away from them. Think about people who move to a new country and start their lives from zero. They don't know the language, they don't have any connections, and they struggle a lot at the beginning. But because they face these challenges head-on, they grow into stronger, wiser, and more capable individuals. Now think about people who never take any risks. They stay in the same town, do the same job, and never try to grow. Their lives can become boring, weak, and meaningless. So stop avoiding challenges. Growth always happens outside of your comfort zone. If you fail, that's okay. Try again. Failure is a part of success. Take calculated risks. The more you challenge yourself, the stronger and more capable you will become. If you want a strong, powerful, and successful life, you must stop avoiding challenges. And now we have arrived at our final rule. Rule number 12. It's a beautiful one. It is pet a kiak when you encounter one on the street. This is a lovely image, isn't it? This rule is about finding small moments of beauty and peace, especially when times are difficult. Life is not always easy. You will face stress, sadness, loss, and pain. That is a part of being human. But even in the darkest of times, there are always small moments of happiness and beauty waiting to be noticed. A cat walking by on the street, the warmth of the sun on your face, a kind word from a stranger. These little things can remind you that life is still worth living. Imagine two people who are going through a very hard time. Person A only focuses on the pain. He sees nothing good in his life or in the world. He feels hopeless and lost. Person B, even in his pain, also notices the small joys. He listens to his favorite music. He watches a beautiful sunset. He enjoys a warm cup of tea. These small moments help him to stay strong and to move forward one day at a time. Who do you think will recover faster? It will be Person B, because he finds moments of light even when he is surrounded by darkness. Many successful people have gone through terrible struggles in their lives, poverty, illness, failure, and loss. But they kept going because they focused on the small joys that gave them the strength to continue. Think of a student who is struggling to learn English. He feels frustrated and wants to give up. But one day he is watching a movie and he understands a few sentences without the subtitles. That small moment of success gives him the confidence and the motivation to continue his journey. No matter how hard your life gets, please look for the small moments of peace and joy. If you are struggling, take a break. Breathe deeply. Appreciate the little things. Remember that even in pain, there is still beauty to be found in life. This simple mindset can help you to survive even the worst of times. And so we have reached the end of our 12 rules. These are our final words for today. The path to a better, stronger life is not an easy one. It never was, and it probably never will be. But right now, you have two choices. You can stay where you are, maybe complaining and making excuses, or you can decide to take control and create the life you truly want. The truth is, the power to change is inside of you. You are the one who must take the first step. If you want success, confidence, strength, and happiness, you must be the one to build it for yourself. The world respects those who take responsibility for their lives. The world listens to those who speak with clarity and truth. The world rewards those who take risks and grow. And the world remembers those who can find light even in the darkest of times. So what kind of person will you choose to be? Will you continue living in the same way, repeating the same mistakes? Or will you take these powerful lessons and use them to change your life forever? If you truly want a better future, you can start right now. Start by speaking with clarity about what you want. Start by stepping into challenges instead of running away from them. Start by appreciating the small, beautiful moments that make life meaningful. Because your life is in your hands, no one else can do it for you. But if you decide today, right now, to take control, then nothing in this world can stop you. So please take that first step. The future is waiting for you, and it belongs to those who are ready to fight for it. If this story inspired you, please comment below with the most powerful lesson you learned today. I would love to read it. And please like this video if you want more summaries like this. Thank you for listening.